All right, so we're going to talk about goals in Workday now. So we did feedback and interests and skills. We're going to talk about goals in Workday. So goals in Workday, Workday has a functionality for you to add, track, and update your goals within the performance tab of your worker profile. Workday's going to track your progress towards your current goal, so you can actually add a status, and then it will archive the goals that you've achieved. So once you mark your goal as complete, it'll move over to your archived goals tab, so you can see the goals that you've completed within your career. Entering goals in Workday are going to route to your manager for approval. I kind of like to think of this as more for awareness, so that your manager knows when you've edited or updated a goal, or you have a new goal that you'd like to work towards in your career, so they can help find opportunities for you to meet those goals. Goals are meant to be used in two ways in Workday: informally and formally. Informally is more like anytime you would like to update your goal as an employee or a worker at BYU, you can. So there's no restriction on when you can update your goals. You can go into Workday, go through your worker profile, performance tab, and update your goal, and you can have conversations with your manager, or your direct reports could have conversations with you about goals that they've entered in Workday. Even if it's informally, it'll still route to the manager for approval. And then there's the formal process, and that is like the mid-year check-in and the performance review. We're going to talk about the performance review in a second. So this is just kind of standalone goals, but they do intertwine. So the goals that you're entering in your worker profile on your own will pull into the performance review, so you can have those conversations with your manager, or you as a manager can see those and have those conversations with your direct report, and your direct reports will be prompted to add or update goals during that performance review. Managers also have the ability to set goals for people, their direct reports within their supervisory organization. Questions on that? Okay. So let's take a look at some goals. And we will do this as Hannah. Right. So I'm in as Hannah Hourly Employee, and I want to take a look at my goals. So I'm going to go to my worker profile. We'll click View Profile. I'm going to come down here all the way down again to Performance. I'm going to click on that Performance tab. Hannah already has goals, so you'll see them here. And then she has an edit button. You likely won't have any goals on your worker profile, so you'll just see the edit button. So we'll go ahead and click on edit. And that's going to give her the ability to update the goals that she has. She has a goal of Excel, so learning how to use Excel. And that has a status. It doesn't have a status. So it looks like that one's not started. I can add that status. The other goal that she has here is this PADI certification. She wants to become a master scuba diver so she can begin a career in marine biology. That one is in progress. She selected the category for that one as an organizational goal. The due date for that is November 15th for her. So maybe she knows that she's going to go get this certification in November. So her due date is November 15th. She can add comments if she wants to, update the description, and then once she's ready to submit that to her manager, Max, for approval, she would. She can add another goal. There is no limit on how many goals you can have for yourself. However, you will have to update and kind of talk about all of those goals come your performance review. So you probably don't want to add 20 open goals for you, because those are 20 goals that you have to get through when you're doing your performance review, and you're going to have to enter in some information about each of those goals. So, but there is no limit. So if you really do want to add 20 goals for yourself, you're an overachiever, then you're welcome to. We are going to add a goal in for Hannah today. What's a good goal for Hannah to have for herself? Every class did it before you guys. Somebody's got to come up with a good goal. That is typically what we hear. Pass the Workday test. There was only one class, and that's the Excel goal, who decided not to go the Workday route, but I love it. Pass the Workday test. Become a super user in Workday. Description is not required, but it's nice to add some, some more context to your goal. She can add a category. We're going to put this as a performance objective. The status. She's in Workday training right now, so that's in progress. She's working towards that goal. Her due date. I think assessments are next week, so let's say her due date for this is by November 8th. That's when she wants to have passed that test. That's all the information she's going to enter in for her goal. So now we'll go ahead and hit submit. Okay, and now that has routed to Max Manager, which is her manager for approval. So if we go in as Max, he will get this inbox task called Manage Goals. We'll click on the inbox task. Oops. Okay, we're going to open this up a little bit, and we can see the goals that Hannah has submitted. These are editable fields for Max, so he can update them if he wants to, but he likes the goals that she has, so he's going to go ahead and approve them. So you don't actually have an activity in your activity guide to do this, but we're going to give you some time to enter in goals for yourself. So go to that performance tab on your worker profile and enter in a goal or two for yourself.